Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you have not joined me before, I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And every Friday at 3 o'clock Central Time, I love coming on live to share with you fun ways on how to use the Stampin' Up! Products. So actually we have a new product that's going to be launching on January 4th, next week, next Thursday. And so really exciting. It's called the hot air balloon bundle. And I'm going to share with you a really fun project with that today. Before we get into that project though, I wanted to see, how was your Christmas? It's been 2 weeks since I have seen you. So share with me in the comments what y'all did for Christmas. If there was any special moment, any travel that you did, I would love to hear about it. Christmas, we actually came back on December 23rd. Actually, we didn't even get home till the wee hours of the morning on December 24th because our flight got delayed. But I got to tell you, we had a great time at Disney World. But when we go, like big time. And sometimes I feel when I get back, I need a vacation from my vacation. But it was a lot of fun, really great time. Also, too, I don't know if she's going to hop on here, but I got to meet one of my Stampin' buddies, Simone Phipps. She lives in Orlando. She met me at Disney Springs real quick so that we can meet in person. So it's always so fun to be able to meet Stampin' friends in person, especially when you've only been connected online. So anyway, so let me tell you some updates, some announcement of what I have currently going on and what's coming so that you're aware of everything that's happening. So I was going to share with you today the reveal of the It's a Science Projects kit. Super, super cute. But I'm not going to do that because I noticed today not everybody has gotten their kit. So I don't want to spoil the surprise. However, if you ordered that kit, you might want to check your mail today. Several of you, it looks like it was out for delivery today. If not, hopefully you will get it tomorrow. I have one extra, and that's it, one extra of the science kit. If I have no problems with any of the deliveries, I will make it available next Friday. Okay, so if you think you're interested and you want to be on my wait list for it, send me a message, okay? And then I will reserve it for you. If everything goes beautifully, don't have any problems, I will release it for sale. So anyway, really, really fun project kit. I can't wait to share it with you. The other things that I have going on, let me move my camera over here, is launching next Thursday on the 4th. And there are some really beautiful and fun. Ooh, why is my camera? There it is. It's back. Okay, cool. It kind of blipped out there for a second. Looks like my Wi-Fi may be a little low. Ooh, fingers crossed we don't have any issues today. So the spring mini catalog launches next week, but it's always fun to be able to try out all those new papers and ribbons without making the huge investment of buying full packs. So what I do is I offer a paper and ribbon share so that you can try like a quarter pack of each of the papers and 2 yards of each of the new ribbons. And so I am actually filling my last group. I'd sent a couple of emails the last couple of weeks, and I am filling my last group of 4 people. So I only have 4 spots left. So if you go and you register, you got that email, you can register. I will post the link here after today's video. And if you want to, if you register and you get there and it's closed, that means I have filled that last group. So make sure you hop on quickly to be able to register for that. You will notice it's a 0 charge, not that the cost is 0. It's just you're reserving it at this point. On January 1st, I will send you an invoice. If you live locally and want to pick it up here in San Antonio, it's $48. If you need it shipped to you, there's an additional $9 to ship it to you. But it's got fun pack. And then I'm including some bonuses for you. I'm going to also include in your package let's see, I think it's a quarter pack of each of the celebration papers, and then 1 sheet of those beautiful paper butterfly papers so that you have some extra fun goodies to play with. So those are some little bonuses that you can get in my paper and ribbon share. The other thing the registration, if it does not fill before December 31st, December 31st is the last day to sign up for the paper and ribbon share. but I have a feeling it may fill up before then. All right, so then next Friday is the last day to sign up for my January Sweet Creations Club, making 5 really fun projects with a hot air balloon, which we're going to play with today. And here are the projects. I think I may have showed them to you before I left on vacation. Really cute little project there. We've got a double easel card here. It does open. It's just being a little ornery with me today. There we go. Probably got a little adhesive on there. And then also too, this is my favorite. This one I will probably do a video on. It looks harder than it actually is. And I think when I do the video, you'll realize it's really quite simple. So anyway, this little hot air balloon goes up and down on a little slider mechanism. And then we have this really cute little fun fold card that can lay flat for mailing with a little 3D heart balloon. And then we also we have just a fun little treat box. All right. So the registration for that closes next Friday. You can always go over to my blog, Simply Sweet Ink Designs, click on I think it's clubs. I think that's what it's called. And then you'll notice there's a Sweet Creations Club tab. You can go read all the information and subscribe there by January 5th. The project kit will mail by January 15th, pending any back ordered items. It does include about $20 in consumable Stampin' Up! Product, as well as the shipping to you if you need it shipped. All right. So really fun project kit. What else do I have on my agenda? Oh, yes. Okay. So let me flip back over here. I finished this morning designing actually 2 Valentine's classes. You can get them in 2 separate ways. I will go into all of the details on that next Friday when those products launch. I don't want to share too much right now, but one of the Valentine's kits, it is actually, you'll have to register for it. And I have a very strict limit of 20 kits. So if you would like to be able to have early access to that Valentine's kit, you want to make sure you're part of my email list. Again, you can go to my blog, click on connect with me, and there's an option to be able to subscribe to my email list. The early access email will go out for the Valentine's kit, or that one limited kit, on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So you will get early access. That's another perk for being part of my email list. So, and then the other one, I'll tell you all about them. I will show you what the projects look like and all that. Now I know, what set am I using? Okay, Elizabeth, I'm actually using, one project kit is using the Be My Valentine. That is the one that's limited. I only have 20 available spots for that. Then the other one is using the Fluffiest Friends, but I did use the sentiments from the Be Mine, but you can swap out the sentiments if you want to. But anyway, so basically, Be My Valentine and Fluffiest Friends. They're both Valentine's themed kits, okay? But you can also you can adapt them for other things if you're not into Valentine's. But I'll give you all the details. I'll share the projects, what they look like next Friday, all right? Because we got fun stuff to do today. There was something I was going to tell you, and I forgot. I know one of the questions too that may come up is, when is my next mystery box? I'm going to have to wait till February on that. So let's put a pin in that right now, and I will come back to it. I have some really fun ideas. I just need time to design them. All right. So hang tight on that mystery box. It is coming. You'll probably see that in February. All right. I think we're good. So let me go ahead and tell you who was the share prize winner from 2 weeks ago. Let's see. I am missing one of my cameras here. Hold on, guys. I got to, oh, there it is right there. Okay. So it was my good friend, Jeanne. There you are, friend. I see you up there. So Jeanne, thank you so much for sharing my video. I think that was the one with the ornament that I made for the team swap for, that was a lot of fun. So thank you for sharing my video. And I have other things to mail to you. So if you don't mind, I will just pop this in with your other goodies that I am sending to you. Does that sound okay? This is actually, if you're not familiar what this is, it is a mini magnetic ball. It's great for holding like your little dies when you're working with them, because I know sometimes they like to slide under things and get lost and get mixed in with stuff. That way you can keep it at your craft table and keep track of those little dies. All right. I saw your message. Thanks, GM. All right, for this week's share, it's actually something a little different. I made for my team just a little small gift, and it is a travel chamois. So what it is, I cut a chamois into like quarters, and I put it in this little case. So this is just what I call is a travel chamois. You can stick it in with your your adhesive kit to go, really, really small to take with you so that you can clean your stamps on the go and not have to carry your big chamois with you. I will also too, if you share this week's video, you do need to be in the United States in order to enter. And I will choose somebody next week. And whoever I choose, I will put your initials on here. That's what I did for each of my team members. I put their initials there on this little yellow circle. All right. So that is the share price for this week. Just something fun that I thought could be good for your craft, your little craft case. All right. So this week, the project we're making is using the hot air balloon bundle. And the idea for this, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this banner. It's driving me crazy. I want more space. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Awesome. Okay, so one of the things when I was designing the January Sweet Creations Club, I wanted to do something that was like up in the air, right? And I kept trying all these different ideas, could never master it. And so I ended up going with something else. But the idea of doing something fun like hot air balloon up in the air was still in my mind. So what I did is I designed this. I was looking through I have like this little cabinet in one of my closets, and I remembered I had some of these little buckets, little tin buckets. Now these buckets do come from Dollar Tree. You can find them in the usually the wedding area, the party area. They typically come 3 to a pack, so they're very, very economical. And so what I did is I had some leftover Hershey's Kisses from Christmas. So this is my sample, okay? So I did go and I did go buy some new Hershey's Kisses for today's project, but I just thought it would be super cute to be able to put some Hershey's Kisses in here, stick a paper straw, which the paper straw comes from Amazon. Of course, I'm sure Dollar Tree probably has them. A lot of places, usually you can find these hobby stores, party stores, things like that, usually have these little paper straws. And so I thought what I would do is just use the candies and the bucket to be able to help stabilize my straw so that I could put my balloon. And so it's in there pretty well. So this would be so fun for like a birthday party, or if you have somebody like a coworker who has like a birthday, to be able to put that on their desk. Would that just not be super fun? All right, and then stay tuned because I did design a Valentine themed one, and I want to share that one with you. That was like a total last minute thought this morning. And so I made it this morning, and I will share it with you here shortly. All right, so let's get into the project. I don't have a quick reference today because it really doesn't need one, but we are using the hot air balloon, which is the focused bundle for my January Sweet Creations Club. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my supplies here, and let's see. Some of this I have already cut. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is, you know what, before I get into my stamping, I'm going to set up my candy part. So what I did is I just took our cello envelope that Stampin' Up! Sells, and I trimmed off the adhesive part. I don't need that section. We're going to trim that off. It's not the prettiest cut. You probably can't see it, but that's okay because when I put it all together, nobody will know. Now, I did pick these up yesterday at Dollar Tree. There's not many in here, I'll tell you. I think there's maybe 14 in each one, but that keeps me from overeating and snacking, you know? Anybody else guilty of that? I know I am. All right, so this limits. So I find that 9 of these little Hershey's Kisses is just about the right amount to put in my bucket. That's about all that will fit, 8 or 9, depending on whatever you want to do. Then what I'm going to do is I like to mix the colors. I think it's pretty with a variety of colors. And so I'm just going to put those in there. I'm going to set it aside. All right. Then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do my stamping. I am going to stamp my big, large balloon in Highland Heather ink. And I have a little tip for you on using this particular stamp. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. I don't think I can see it very well in the video. Do you see those little lines? Okay, sometimes what happens is if you stick your stamp too far in your ink, it will get ink in those lines and you get a very blotchy image. So I'm going to caution you just to not like over ink your stamp. You want to make sure that you can still see lines. See how you can still see the white lines? Another tip that I found is if I do and I press here in the center, I don't know why this works, but this just seems to work well, is I get a much better image. Now, if you still are not getting a good image, you do have a couple of options. One of them, you can use your Stampin' Blends in the coordinating color, and you can just fill in those little areas that didn't quite get inked. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to show you, I don't know if let me clean my stamp real quick. So one of the things I noticed when I was designing for the Sweet Creations Club is my Azure Afternoon. It's one of our new ink pads, right? And so it's very, very juicy. And I noticed that I was, see, yeah, it just didn't turn out right. It was like getting all in there and it was very, very splotchy. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's very, very splotchy. So what I found, if I took either a spoon, a plastic spoon, or if you take, like I have this really old bone folder, it's ugly, I will take it and I will move away some of the ink, because right now these new ink pads, particularly like this Azure Afternoon, it just has so much ink in it right now that is too much ink and it's making my image very blotchy. So let's try this again and see if it does better. I don't know if it will or not. We shall see. It's a little bit better. So if you find that you're getting it very, very blotchy, then go on ahead and try getting some of your ink out of the way, moving it to the side. All right, so that was just a little side tip there for you to help you out. Now, the other thing that I did is I die cut out from the stamp set or from the bundle, I die cut out this beautiful banner label. I love this banner label. How cute is that? And so I'm going to use the sentiment that says "Wish Big." And I'm going to stamp again in Highland Heather ink. I just used Highland Heather for both the balloon and the sentiment. Put that right there. And then I have already die cut out the balloon for us. So we already have that prepped. And there's a couple things that I want to do. In the bundle, there's also this really fun little flag pennant banner. So I die cut out 2 of the pennant banners, one in Petal Pink, and I did one in Flirty Flamingo. So here I'm going to do a little bit of gluing. And so what I want to do is I want to crisscross my pennant banners right here. So let's see, I'm going to have one go one way and one go the other. So I just want tiny little dabs of glue. And let's see, I'm going to put that kind of right here. And then I'm going to snip off the excess that I don't need. And then I'm going to do the opposite for the other one. Oh, too much glue, way too much glue. See if I can get rid of some of that. All right, so the other pennant banner is going to go the other way. And again, I'm going to snip off the part that I don't need, because that's all going to be hidden underneath when I put my sentiment banner on. And then I'm going to pop up my sentiment banner just with a couple of dimensionals. And we're just going to put it right here, right there in that little white space. Perfectly. I love that it's already there set for me. I don't have to think about it. I know exactly where to line it up. All right, so here comes the fun, putting it all together. Okay, so I'm going to take my paper straw. It's a little too long. So what I want is roughly about 6 inches. So I have already put a little mark here to let me know where I need to snip off. I'm going to use just some utility scissors. These are not my good ribbon scissors. These are just scissors that I've had for years, and I'm going to snip off right here. Now, this is the ugly end that I cut, so obviously I don't want that showing, so I'm going to have that part go down in my bag of candy. So the raw end's going to go in the candy. Here's where the fun begins, because what we're going to do is we're going to try to cover the candies around the straw, but also to at the same time push it up so that it will fit in the bucket. All right. So I'm going to kind of create like a little ball here so that it conforms to my bucket. And yeah, I kind of have to play with it sometimes, but there we go. I think I got it. All right. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that yet. Not yet. Not yet. I skipped a step. I kind of want to put this on first. Otherwise, it will be really tricky. So now that I have cut my straw, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape some tape. I'm going to line it up here, probably about right there. And then I'm going to tape it onto my straw. Now, if you wish, you can use glue dots. I kind of think the tape kind of helps stabilize it a little bit better. All right, sorry about that. Missed a step. Okay, so now I'm ready to put it in here in my candy. Let's see if I can nestle that back in there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze right here, put it all together. I'm going to take, we have this Baker's Twine 3-color pack. It has 3 different colors in there. I'm going to take that Flirty Flamingo, and I have already cut a piece that's roughly about 15 inches long. Okay, now to be able to stabilize it well, what I like to do is I like to take it, run it underneath the handle. See how I'm running it underneath the handle of my bucket? I'm just going to tie just a simple little knot right there. All right. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to, I can't grab it. I'm going to wrap it around my cello bag. See how I'm wrapping it around? Then I'm going to come back to the front. Let me come back to the front. And this is when we're going to tie it off. All right. And so what that does is this helps stabilize. I'm letting the handle stabilize, further stabilize my straw there. And so then we're just going to tie a bow. And then we're going to snip off our extra. And there we go. We've got our cute little bucket there. Now I did go ahead and I continued to add the rainbow dots around the edge. So if you want to add a little more color to that, you can, or you could add the rainbow dots up here if you wanted to. But what I wanted to share with you, oh yes, a baby shower. That would be so cute. Excellent idea. I love that idea. I did a Valentine's one this morning, so I wanted to share that one with you as well because I actually think it turned out so cute. I love it. So here is my Valentine's version doing the same thing. I used, in this case, I used that really sparkly paper we have, and I can't think of it right now. I used Flirty Flamingo and then Sweet Sorbet. And in this case, I had a pink straw that I used. And again, everything else was just the same. I use the heart dies from the set to be able to make these cute little hearts. So guys, that is the project for today. If you would like the project sheet and you're on my email list, it will go out tomorrow. And on the back, you will see, I don't have it on my copy because I printed it early, but I also too on the back, you're gonna have a little quick picture of the Valentine's version so you can have other ideas. All right. So guys, I look forward to crafting again with you next Friday. So I hope that you will join me again. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.